Alright everybody, welcome back to another classic trailer reaction here on CM42 TV, and this one is very exciting, very special, and kind of like a sort of foreshadowing of what's to come here on the channel very soon, as we're going to do a big watch through of all the, I was going to say that all the Marvel films, and I wanted to see MCU, and I kind of went all the MCU films when we kind of get to them a bit sooner. Rachel's well ahead of me. I've currently watched Captain America the First Avenger, which if you're watching it in timeline order, that's the first one. And that's it. But I've actually watched Agent Carter, which I talked about before, the whole series, and then went back and rewatched the First Avenger. And now I want to watch the First Avenger again with the audio commentary on the Blu-ray.
Yeah, I watched them all the way through, and then I started watching them again with my friends, and so like I'm halfway, maybe a little over halfway now. I think I'm in like number 12 or something.
Yeah, I think we didn't decide that we're going to do it, so like, it's not as if it was like a mission, that we're going to do this. Also Rachel was watching it with her friends and stuff like that, and she like made herself a mission. She was like, I'm going to do this. Whereas I'm watching other stuff, I'm watching Game of Thrones right now, which is a lot to take in for a simple mind like me, so it's like trying to
Don't put yourself down, you're doing well.
I am doing well, yes. I'm also trying to read and watch Game of Thrones and watch Marvel films
really
and Batman.
Brain these days. Oh, Batman. We're meant to watch Batman tonight.
Yeah. I learned earlier, I didn't learn, I knew my brain was a muscle, but I didn't think about that properly. Like, when you aren't using your brain, you're not flexing your muscles. So it's good to keep the brain active. Tune in next time to Words of Wisdom.
Facts with Chris.
CM42 TV. Right, this is first Avenger, first original trailer. And then as we react to this and we see how it is, the purpose of this series, you're almost out the video.
Well, yeah, I was a bit slouched down and then you kept talking, so I'm just going to help.
Just in case there's anyone who's new, the purpose of this channel, the purpose of this series, don't know the purpose of the channel if I'm honest. The purpose of this series is we watch classic trailers and then we judge whether or not we would go and see this film if we had no idea about what it was going to be and if we have no prejudgments. So if we were just nice young people, no idea about superhero films and Marvel and stuff, and Chris Evans and Sebastian Stan.
Thank you.
We will just judge this trailer based on how it looks as a film and would we go and see it. So let's check it out right now. Alright,
I'm excited.
Have you seen this before?
Probably a long time.
It's not since we've watched it, right?
Steven.
Scary Steve.
Just give me a chance. Sorry, son. You saved me a life.
Imagine you had no clue about like Marvel and stuff, and yes, you're seeing.
Right, I'm trying.
General
Sorry.
has said the wars are fought with weapons, but they are won by men.
You just don't know when to give up, do you?
I could do this all day. See, another film.
Our goal is to create the greatest army in history.
I should be going with you. Look, I know you don't think I can do this. This isn't about how we think it's war.
Every army begins with one man.
5 tribes in 5 different cities. I can offer you a chance.
He will be the first in a new breed of super soldiers.
Why me? Because the weak man knows the value of strength, knows the value of power. That wasn't so bad. That was penicillin.
We are going to win this war because we have the best men.
She fancies him.
Now must I stop?
It's nice that she fancied them as Scary Steve.
Yeah.
Escort Adolf Hitler to the gates of hell.
Okay. Oh wow, that was
Would they
cool.
show it in the trailer?
Yeah, I mean, I assume that would happen.
I suppose they would just, they know what he looks like.
Yeah, they need to show clips of him as Captain America.
She was admitted to
The
that.
task won't be simple.
Who the hell are you? The first of many.
Your enemy is not what you expect.
I was going to say why they're showing all this, but you know what? It's important.
It's Captain America, like they need to kind of get that, and you need to get people in, you know.
Like the comic was Captain America and the Red Skull.
So I can do this. This is why you've been chosen.
They're showing so much. Cool. That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
What do you think?
I think it works.
I think that's a Marvel thing, if I'm honest. Like, I think
Show a lot.
I've said that for a long time. The only time they didn't show, or they showed the right amount,
Endgame.
was for Endgame.
They
Like-
literally, the majority of the Endgame trailer is just them walking
Yeah.
in that thing.
Well, now obviously this is back when first Avenger in 2011, right? So they need to build up that kind of respect and that kind of like, what's the word? Integrity, I guess. Where like, it's Marvel, so you're just going to go and see it regardless. You don't need to
Yeah,
show
I
too
guess
much.
so.
Whereas back then they were still establishing themselves. Obviously they had Iron Man and stuff before this, but in terms of getting people in the door, you're not just going to go into this film just because it's Marvel yet. Now you kind of would, but I guess they did show far too much still. They showed them kissing Peggy and stuff, and throwing the shield and stuff. That would have been such a cool reveal.
Well, I can understand the shield stuff because they're trying to show it's Captain America.
Yeah.
Like that's his like staple. But I don't know why they had to show him kissing Peggy because
That and I don't know.
I feel like even if you knew about Captain America, like from the comics before going into that, you might not know too much about Peggy. Like you could.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah.
Well, you don't know the comics.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I'm like the general public. You know what I mean? Like I
Right,
don't
fair.
know.
But I'm saying if you were going to see it knowing about
Yeah.
the comics, you might not know that he gets with Peggy. Like you might only know
Yeah.
that Captain America has this like suit and he has a shield and like he gets like. All
Some people might not
bulky.
even heard of Captain America.
It's all bulky.
You know, I didn't know. I don't know the comics or
Nah,
anything.
neither.
Before we started it, like in 2011 or whatever, I remember seeing this film in the cinema. I had it on Blu-ray.
Did you?
Yeah, I had it on like 3D Blu-ray and that. And now we've got a cool steelbook version, but I actually sold that other one years ago. I don't know. I guess I was the general public who just was like, yeah, I'll see, whatever. I didn't go in saying, oh my god, it's like Captain America.
I have no idea if I was there. I probably did come and see it to be
Not
honest.
with me, I went with two friends.
I don't know. I don't know when I started going to see Marvel films in the cinema, but I know I did.
Yeah.
I don't know when. Probably. I don't know. I definitely saw
We definitely saw Civil War together, we definitely saw
Yeah.
Ant-Man
the
together.
first Avengers film, like of
2012, yeah.
all of them. We definitely saw that in cinema. Can I remember all of the Avengers ones?
Yeah.
So I'm like, did I see like
Definitely saw Ultron together.
what's right before the first Avengers film? Thor.
It's just really interesting, isn't it?
First Thor film. So maybe I don't know.
Because like now we look back at that, but at the time it was like what they trying to do here. Like now we know the direction they were going in, and obviously the films had to be successful and stuff. But you know they would anyway. Like they obviously the unsuccessful superhero films, they still get made. Like they're not just gonna. Like there's a new Suicide Squad coming out. Do you know what I mean? Like it always gets redone or
Some
whatever.
people like Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I like Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
I think I like the new one better. Even though, do you know what? No, I don't, because the
John
trailer
Cena's
is
not.
terrible. John Cena, isn't it?
Oh.
Which is why I think I like it better. But the new trailer is terrible, and like the humour is just not funny. Like you know the way, like I don't know. Maybe it's just because they've not revealed the funniest bits in
Maybe
the
it's
trailer.
just
Or whatever.
personal taste. It may not.
Yeah,
be
you're
for
right.
Everybody.
Well, it's the same with every film. Same
Exactly.
with Captain America.
So some people might be like, "Who's this weirdo?" But it's just Captain America.
Exactly. Some people could have been judging him beforehand, which is bad to do, because he's Chris Evans and he's very handsome.